Good morning, students. Here we see growth, development, and reproduction in plants. We have seen growth, the reproductive parts in the human beings. Okay, so here we see now growth, development, and reproduction in the plants. So this is the how to do everything they are telling. For example, when we take in the flower. So in the flower also there are female and male gametes are there. Gametes means what? Reproductive organ. So for example, in this flower, this ovary and ovum. Okay. So this is this part. This line fully, this one. It is what? It is the female part. Understand? This is the female part. Okay. So these three we can call it as a carpel. Ovary and for example this ovary, style and stigma. These three parts are the parts of the female. Okay. So female part in the flower. So these three together we call it as a carpel. Okay. We call it as what? Carpel. So this is the reproductive part of the female or female gametes. So here what is the female gametes in the ovary? What is present? Ovules, like small white eggs like this it is present. So this is the ovum or oval or ova or another name egg. Okay, so we say this many names. So this egg is the gamete, female gamete. And next one, so another part, male part is what? It is present this it is present na yellow color this side in the shoe flower. So yellow color. So this is the male part. So in this what is there? Anther and filament and on this pollen grains. These three parts are called as a stamen. Stamen is the male reproductive part of the flower. Okay, so right here this is belongs to female and this stamen is belong to male. Okay, anther and filament. So here this pollen grains falls on the stigma. From the stigma through the style it goes to the ovary. From the ovary it goes inside the ovum. So it will mix with the eggs of the female part, this pollen grains. Okay. In the human beings, in the male, what is the reproductive organ? It is the sperm. But in the flower, the reproductive organ, the male part is the pollen grains. For the female, it is the ovary. So what are the gametes here? Pollen grain is the gamete, reproductive organ for the male. And ovum, egg, is the reproductive part, gamete of the female. Okay, this is the way. So when this egg mixes in this pollen grains comes to meet the egg, these two together, these two have the nucleus. Okay, these two when they meet together, it is when they fuse means meeting, mixing, it is called as a fertilization. After meeting it is called as what? Zygote. Okay, so after that meeting only it will form a seed. Okay, it will form a seed and this ovary, outside this ovary is there na, this ovary will develop as a fruit and inside the ovary is the ovum is present, egg. This egg will change into seed after meeting the pollen grain only, after fertilization only, after becoming zygote only, it changes into seed and this ovary becomes the fruit. If you see mango fruit, mango inside there is seed is there. Okay, that is the egg, ovary. And this ovary outside that fruit, that flesh, what we eat is the ovary. Ovary developed as a fruit and the zygote developed as a seed. And after the seed we get a new plant. Okay, seedling. From the seed when we get the new plant, small plant, we call it as a seedling. So this is the male reproductive part and female reproductive part. Okay. So this is the one. So here you have done this in the project. They are asking to take the mustard seed and see the growth, observe the growth. Okay. So there is a cell division is taking place continuously. If there is a growth in the plant or in the human body, means it is the sign that there is a continuous cell division is taking place. Okay. So this is the one. Now we see here that now we study about the cell division. Okay. So the relation of cell division, growth and development. So the weight of a mature body is thousands of crore times more than that of a reproductive cell. Okay. So the weight of the mature body, that means our body weight is more than the reproductive cell. Reproductive cell means what here? It is the egg. Okay. More than that our body weight is more. Thus growth leads to a massive accumulation. Massive means big, of resources in our body. Resources means food materials, for some energy, all these things. This happens in the body of most organisms. The rate of accumulation of resources varies from one generation to the another. Okay, so accumulation of resources may lead to the change in size and shape of a cell, or may also leads to its division. The food we eat helps for the fast cell division and healthy cell division. So those are the resources, the food materials, the energy what we have helps for the shape of the cell and helps for the division of the cells and everything. So it may also influence the cell in any other manner. In multicellular organisms, multi means many cell organisms, the greater the number of cells, more is the resource and differentiation accumulated in the body. The more cells we have in the body, the more food resources accumulate. That means it takes place in the body. Okay. So how the cell division is taking place, and cell division is different in our parts of the body. We have the different parts of the body. Cell division is not same in all parts of our body. It is different in different parts of our body. For example, you see our legs are very longer than our nose. So that means what? In the legs, cell division is very fast than in the nose. So like this, in some parts of the body, cell division is very fast. In some parts of the body, cell division is very slow. Okay. So here when we see cell division means dividing, takes place continuously in our body in process of repair, growth and defense, etc. For example, when we get the wound in the body, when our leg is fractured, we have some wounds and some scratches in the body, some accidents takes place. So that time also cell division taking place. So it repairs the parts of our body when the parts of our body is damaged. So for example, layers of new cells of our skin are formed by the process of cell division. So the sometimes the skin will be falling, like small skin it comes outside, so we get the new cell through the cell division and we get the new skin. And we had studied in class 9th that new cells come from a pre-existing cells. Underline this point. New cell come from dash. That means pre-existing cell. Already what the cell is there from the old cell. New cells comes. Existing means living cell. Before living cell, from that new cells comes. So let us try to understand how this happens. Okay, how the division takes place. Now we try to understand.